that I can just push it around.
Because things are sort of in the way sometimes. Alright, we are back. Speaking of being in the way, here we are again for the second time. Because the recording of this failed last week. And so we are trying again to make this work.
Yeah. Please take both of those armies up to the fucking rats. I don't want to fight that.
I can't reach them.
Just skip a turn.
No, they're gonna run away. I have to.
Man.
I have to.
I want them dead.
I want them dead too.
But I don't want to fight.
We have to fight.
I'm here.
This is total war, man. It's not total wimp. Be a man. Fight the rat.
It's not that we can't win. We can win. It's just that it's such a shitty fight.
It's a pretty shitty fight.
Those death globadiers.
Oh yeah, they're the worst. They
Fucking
are
assholes.
the worst. That's why we're gonna put all the magics on them too.
I've got my chips to make me happy.
Eat more chips, yeah.
For you Americans, these are fries.
Freedom fries, I believe.
Freedom fries.
Oh.
Well, no, they'd be anti-freedom fries, right? Because they're British.
Imperial fries.
Imperial fries.
The Queen's fries.
The Inquisition shall attend.
Yeah. Here we go. Have an assortment of things.
Yay. Oh, I even play.
Please contain your your enthusiasm, sir. It's unbecoming.
How do I even play anymore? Oh my. Oh, the Q and E aren't strafe. They rotate.
Oh god.
Oh god.
How will you ever solve the mystery of this?
What the hell is even happening with my life? Alright.
How did it
Where am
come
I
to
going to
this?
put these assholes? Right, dragon. Over here. Oh, you're good over here.
Hey, good old Charybdis is hanging out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
His Caribbeanus.
His Charybdiness, yeah. Blackguard is on point. I think we are ready to go. Let's see.
So, it was my birthday quite recently.
Yes.
And as a avid coffee lover,
Yes.
my family bought me a coffee machine.
Ooh.
Which is real nice.
Mm-hmm.
I just ordered my my first shipment of like coffee capsules that you put in the machine,
Yeah, sure.
and they come in some really cool packaging.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got my first real nice coffee that it wasn't from like this. They give you like a selection pack of the machine.
Yep.
So I picked my favorite from that, and man, it is good.
It is. It's very dangerous for me because I get sort of jittery a lot with coffee, and if I had one of those, I would be drinking a lot of coffee, and I don't think that would be necessarily very good for me. So I have actually consciously held off getting one of those because I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be good for me.
I can understand that. No, I've got. Oh god! Oh god! All right, didn't see them. Didn't see the wallfire. Yeah, I've got to be careful as well. It's more that I love coffee. I don't necessarily get jittery because I do so damn much at work that I don't think I could ever use that energy or ever not use the energy. So I think it's fine for me. Yes, get this wrecked, Catacombs. But you can also get like low caffeine
Yes.
capsules. And no caffeine, like you can get decaf.
That seems like that doesn't seem like what I want though.
It
Necessarily.
doesn't taste the same, man. But you can get like lower caffeine, like lower strength. But those are normally like the smooth and velvety
Oh.
Fruity with hints of vanilla.
No.
Yeah,
no, not
no.
into.
The ones I've got are called Stormio and Intenso
Yeah, of course.
because I'm not
That's-
going to go for that weakash. I at least remember how to dragon, so that's a good thing. Haldamir's How to Train a Dragon. Or How to Dragon, in this case. Oh, I destroyed both of the warp lightning cannons with that breath.
Nice.
People there are actually just whatever.
Well, here comes the most of the main army.
And of course I bought WoW.
Yes.
That was the most important. Most important thing I bought. Kept us busy.
Yeah, no, it usually does.
And they do an app so you can do so you can check world quests.
Yes.
So I know if I should bother coming on or not. Like yesterday, before we did the mythics, I literally went on just to get the trinkets.
Yep. No, so.
Alright, let's get over it. Let's get the dragon involved. Also, did they do an update on this? Because I had to agree to the
Yeah,
EULA.
Yeah, I think they did an update.
So I don't know if you've seen, but we got a comment on one of our most popular videos.
Yes, I saw. I supplied an answer as well.
Okay. Like, no one else mentioned anything about it.
You know, there's been a lot of mentions of the bad audio for the first 2 sessions, because that's when the audio was bad. But you can also like just scroll down into the comments and you see quite clearly that I have posted about this on numerous occasions. Like this is simply someone not reading the comments and be like, oh, I want to say anything about this before I say it. And one of the top comments there is like, yeah, no, it's pretty bad, but it gets better. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's the inability. Appreciate that you're watching, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt, but appreciate that you're watching our Way of the Wicked stuff. But you know, when it's 5 years old, someone has probably commented, and you can probably find the
And
answer you seek already.
It's not like it's a unpopular video. It's like one of our few videos that has like 5-digit views. So it's a pretty solid video.
It is. The intro videos are always the most watched, and then people are like, no. And then they go somewhere else, I guess.
A lot of people stuck it out, though.
Yeah. They have quite a few. Even had a few comments from Malorn, one of the original viewers of Way the Wicked and creator of a lot of the early fan art, actually.
Yeah, especially from Song of Ice and Fire. Was that Malon?
No, I don't think so. That's
Someone
Malorn
else.
was mostly Forsaken Throne and Way the Wicked, and then he vanished somewhere.
I
This
think
is
he came back.
changed.
He
No,
came back.
he hasn't really.
Chat recently. Not much, but I saw him. He was there.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I was like, oh shit, Malon. Bro, if you're watching, we miss you. I miss you.
I believe it was like an Italian PhD or something, so there
Yeah.
you go.
Who was the guy that did all the Song of Ice and Fire stuff?
No, I really don't think so.
No, I was asking who.
Oh, I mean Tina did a lot because her art is awesome.
True.
I showed some of her awesome art to like Neil and Artie and some other people, and they're like, "This is amazing. This is just fantastic art."
Did you show some of our some of the Shadowrun art that her and DDS did?
some good stuff.
Like
Good
Doge
stuff.
Spider and Navi.
Oh, Doge Spider.
Brilliant.
Spider Doge.
Spider dude. Spout Raptor. Man, that campaign ended in a literal blaze of glory.
Man, was it 12d6 and not a single success? So
Yeah.
What can you do? What can you do?
I think I was like
it certainly
basically
ended.
dead.
It certainly ended in a very Shadowrun way.
It did. Like we were all about to retire basically, and it's like, oh yeah, you're dead.
Actually, the big companies have had enough, and they have set up an ambush with rocket launchers.
Hmm.
And there we go.
And there was like wire in between the buildings that we were flying through, and like it was impossible.
That was a bad scene. It wasn't impossible. It's just we were just incredibly unlucky, just
Yeah.
monumentally.
But it's Shadowrun, you know.
Yeah, it's again
dystopian future.
Very
It's
much
just-
Shadowrun.
People die, people lose. That's it. That's just it. It was the epitome of Shadowrun, and I loved it because of that.
It's a bit, I wasn't angry at it. I thought it was very fitting, but it was just very sudden, so to speak.
I was bummed more than anything because I wasn't able to play.
Yeah, we had some good fun. Campaign.
Yeah, we did.
Awaiting command.
All right, time to spam the end button.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something horrible happens, which isn't foreshadowing. I hope at least. I don't know.
Surely nothing can go wrong now.
Nothing can go wrong. There's what, 4 turns left?
Yeah.
8. 8 turns. Did you go for
He
8
says
turns?
with incredulity. It's like
8. At this point, we rule half the known world.
yo.
Like,
It's
we're forces to be reckoned with.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a plan for you, Buscrone.
Oh, Buscrone. Oh, Buscrone. Your feeble attempt at trying to impress Morathi is
be
amusing to me.
So, I'm on book 2 of the Eisenhorn trilogy.
Oh yeah, the Malleus is the second book, I think.
Malice.
Yeah, it's a good one. I liked Eisenhorn. I didn't. It's a fascinating look at some like a side you don't see much in the Space Marine novels, because that's always like glorious war and battlefields and crap, which I find actually quite boring. But
No, this is
Eisenhorn
like-
is more intriguing. You see the cities, you see society, like in a way
It's
you
gritty
normally don't.
as well.
Yeah, it's really fun.
But then it's not like devoid of Astartes either.
No.
It like name drops
Did
the Aurora chapter.
did you know that there is an Eisenhorn game on Steam?
You mean
Based on the
Warhammer 40k Inquisitor?
no Warhammer
No?
40k Eisenhorn Xenos,
Oh, is that
made for the
actually
first book. Yes, they got the that British voice actor for Eisenhorn. He's really good. What's his name? Blackthorn, Templethorn. He has like the weird sort of hawkish look. He was the villain at the in the first Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey
Oh
Jr.
yeah, yeah.
Let me see what he is called. From 2009 here. That movie was okay. It was a fine movie. Mark Strong. As
Mark
Lord,
Strong.
yeah,
I
as
don't.
Blackwood. You will most certainly recognize him when you see him. Let me.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen him. I don't know. I've got the audiobook because I drive a lot.
This dude.
Waiting for Discord. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he is phenomenal and has a great voice. The problem is that they probably all the money went to that, and none of it went to anything else. It is an absolute travesty and a dumpster fire of a game. It is an affront to everything Eisenhorn and Warhammer. It is. I would not recommend anyone buying it. It is simply awful.
Yes.
Well, I'm listening to the audiobook. That is very good. The narrator is Toby Longworth.
Yeah, yes.
And he is the epitome of imperial, imperial English, I suppose you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He does the haughty,
high Gothic.
yeah. But he's obviously a voice actor. He does. He can get the like gritty sort of voice of like a low Gothic speaker, and he speaks Glavian as if he's just speaking it naturally, like as if it is part of his vocabulary. Oh, not Glavian, of Glossia. Sorry, he just speaks Glossia. Obviously, he's reading it, and he probably took like 5 takes to get it right. But it's incredible.
That's nice.
Very. And I think it works really well that it's written as if it's a report.
Yeah.
So him narrating it as Eisenhorn sounds very good.
It does a lot when the narrator is good. There is a few I have quite enjoyed over the years. I haven't listened to any Warhammer stuff. I've because most of the Warhammer stuff to do for audiobooks are either audio dramas, which I can't stand for some reason, or they're just the boring Space Marine books, which I have no interest in at all.
Yeah.
So
I'm enjoying this, especially as you get to see in the first book, you see a part of Space Marine that you wouldn't necessarily see in like a normal Astartes book that's all about death and glory, where spoilers if you haven't listened to or read it, basically he's in an interview with a Death Watch librarian, and it describes how he has tea or some beverage out of a mug, but his hands are so big that he grasps it with just a couple of fingers and his thumb, and he sticks his pinky out.
yes,
And
I
how
remember that.
Eisenhorn is marveled at the fact that he's so gentle
Yes.
and so careful with his immense strength. It literally spends like 3 paragraphs describing this
Yep.
because he's fascinated by it. Yeah, this huge, bulky librarian of the Death Watch that has been like alive hundreds of years, has seen horrible things, fought countless wars, Yet he would pick up his little mug with his pinky finger.
Yeah, I need to have to be respectful with the Inquisitor here, and and
Exactly.
he's a librarian, goddammit. He's cultured, and
Yeah, I
he's
love
he's a gentleman.
yeah, and I genuinely like that he wasn't just all haughty and it's like burr, 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 burr. I'm an Astartes and you're not. You're lesser. Burr, burr, burr. That's not.
There's always the problem with how they're depicted. They're religious zealots of a degree that is, you would have to go to ISIS or something today to get anywhere close to it.
Yeah.
It's just absolute mad fanatics, most of them. That
And
it would be impossible to roleplay properly because they're so damn brutal.
Don't get us wrong, Inquisitors, Eisenhower's in the book is a prophetic purist.
Yep.
And
but he's not like that.
I know.
I don't know.
He's not crazy with it.
No, he's not the one that's like, oh, we need to. If you say one word, to me that I don't like, I will murderate all of you. He's not that type of.
No,
crazy.
It's like if someone that he knows that is genuinely not evil has broken Imperial laws, but has ultimately helped the Imperium as a whole, he's gonna go, okay, sure, you did those little bad things. Don't do it, but I'm not gonna burn you as a heretic.
Yeah. It's not, and he's like the. Might be making this up, but I have a vague memory of reading through it. It was many years ago now, so my memory is quite vague. But there's some sort of where I get the feeling that he looks upon the ecclesiarchy more they're sorta like they're. The preachers on the street is like, yeah, they're crazy people. I don't don't listen. I don't listen to them. They know nothing of what I do, and I don't care about them at all. Like, you're just preachers on the street for the uneducated masses, and that's all you are. Like, he looks down upon a lot of these people.
I think that's
for simply being uneducated, ignoramuses.
Yes, I think that's bred from the fact that he's an Imperial Inquisitor. He literally works for the Emperor, and he can see firsthand the extent of the Emperor's power, or the Imperium's power by extension. And I think he sees all the dark turmoils that are bred from having an Imperium that spans a galaxy. And most people don't leave their home planet and don't understand any of this.
Yep.
The Inquisition is just a dark, foreboding force that one day might just come and kill you all.
Yep.
The Astartes don't exist. That's a myth. The tech priests, they're real. They're basically your masters because they run all the factorums you work in. The administratum is the people who pay you, generally.
Yep.
If you get paid.
Yep.
And the ecclesiarchy are the crazy people in robes that shout all the time.
Yeah, scream at you that you're doing it wrong.
Exactly. And, I like that Eisenhorn, especially, is just straightforward. This is how I think the Emperor would like to be served. I'm going to serve him like this. I'm going to do my damn job. If you get in the damn way of that, I will shoot you.
Yep.
Because you are stopping the Emperor's will.
Yes.
And I love that. He's just, I don't care. Just let me get on with it. At the end of the day, I will get a result, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you're alive or not. I do enjoy that. So I've thoroughly been enjoying it.
There's a follow-up trilogy that I have not read, but if they are starting to make the Eisenhorn into actual audiobooks, maybe they'll make that one into an audiobook as well. It's called Ravnos, and it's about Eisenhorn's apprentice.
Oh, right.
Yep. So it's like takes place several years after Eisenhorn, when Ravnos has become an inquisitor on his own.
Is it written? I'm presuming it's written by
Yep.
the same guy.
Yep. Dan Abnett has written that too.
Yeah. So let's have a look. Let's, search him in the audio. Salvation Reach. So you got the Magos, Malleus, and Hereticus.
Yep.
The Warmaster.
That's the
Ravenor.
Oh, Ravenor.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ravenor, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ravenor.
He I actually quite like that. He in the second book, he hints at what Ravenor does in his career.
Yep.
That's quite interesting that he's gone and made a book about that.
Yeah, 3 books.
Yeah, Ravenor. Something.
something.
The second book is further down the list, and the third book is Ravenor Rogue.
Ridiculous.
Bit of a, bit of a tip, like a bit of a spoiler there maybe for the title,
maybe.
but you know, you don't
He
really,
put it in the title.
yeah, you don't necessarily, read these books for the awesome secret plot twist. I don't know, more for the cool story and stuff. But yeah, but if Ravnor has become an audiobook, I might take a look at that.
It's written. It's narrated by the same guy as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
doing the.
Is this
the
on?
Eisenhorn.
Is this available on Audible or
It
where?
is. Yeah.
Alright,
Audible.
cool. I will take a look at that for sure.
Yeah. It's good. Listen to the Eisenhorn books again.
Alright.
He's good. He's really good.
I have listened to a lot of PG Wodehouse stuff. Jeeves books. They are the most funny. The most funny literature you can ever read. They are absolutely delightful, and it's always and when they get like this particular narrator for it, he is so British. He is so British that DDS looks like a Scotsman by comparison.
Ha ha.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I love it. I just adore it. It is
If
the
you're
best.
gonna play, if you're going to, I think with Toby Longworth, I think if you're going to do a Imperium, which basically you're gonna put a British accent to,
Impossible.
I think if you're gonna do that, you have to get the most British of narrators.
Yes.
They have to exude Britain from their vocal cords.
Yeah. So British they shit the Queen.
Exactly.
It's
Noble of Nagaroth.
Yeah, it has to be. It's like if they did like a Star Wars audiobook.
and they
Anyone
have.
from the Empire would have to be.
There is
at that
a Star Wars audiobook. If you have never ever read or cared about Star Wars Extended Universe or anything like that, there is still
Couldn't give a shit.
there is still 3 books or a trilogy that I would highly recommend. And they're also there's also a absolutely wonderful audiobooks done by it. They are among the best audiobooks I've ever listened to. They're absolutely
Wow.
fantastic. The voice actor who reads it does incredible impersonations of all the characters. He does a wonderful Han Solo, Lando Calrissian, Luke Skywalker, he does excellent impersonations of all of them, and I'm like, this is really good. Actually, this is fantastic. And they are called the Thrawn trilogy. I think it's probably on Audible as well, and you should.
Look into it.
Yeah, look into that.
If I was to suggest you a book
None can
or a book
stand
series
in my way.
to listen to. It's a trilogy as well. It would. It's not even finished yet. No, it is finished. They haven't done the third book in audio yet. But it. Just try and get to my library. It is called. It's the Paladin trilogy. And it starts with Ordination and then Still Bright by Daniel M. Ford, narrated by Michael Kramer.
I know Michael Kramer. He has
So
he
good.
has recorded all of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time.
Yes.
So I have listened to him before.
Yes.
Yeah, he's good enough.
He's good. He's a very good voice actor. He's actually, if you were to look at my library, I have 5 books that aren't narrated by Michael Kramer. That is The Martian by Andy Weir.
Yeah.
Free the Darkness, King's Dark Tidings, which is a book I haven't even listened to yet, and the 3 Eisenhorn books. Just because, of course, I listened halfway through the first one and decided that I would get all 3 before I spent the credits
gleams
on
upon
anything
the
else.
burnished dove. So I have been informed, sir. Righto! Then bring me my
So, yeah,
wangi,
Michael Kramer,
my yellowest
my
gloves,
favourite
and the
voice
old green
actor
Homburg.
for
I'm going to the park
generally any
to do
fantasy
pastoral
novel.
dances.
And Toby Longworth for anything Warhammer 40k, which looks like he's done quite a lot.
If you're gonna, I simply demand that you actually listen to at least one of PG Wodehouse, because I find it absolutely delightful. Like, it is the best. If you're gonna listen to one of them, that is the one I would recommend as a good start. It gives you a good sample of what type of like stuff this is. It is delightful.
See, if this wasn't being recorded, I would play a clip from
Yep.
the Eisenhorn books, just
Yep.
so you can get a sense of the majesty of his voice.
Yep. I might have actually accidentally clicked a sample here, so anyone listening might have gotten a little bit of the inimitable Jeeves there.
We're gonna be copy strike.
No, it's fine because you talked over it. So
Okay, that's fine. Just isolate it, and you'll be able to listen to that very small amount.
yeah, or you can go to Audible and find
And actually listen to like
yeah,
the 5-minute.
and find the inimitable Jeeves. Read by in this, yeah, it is Martin Jarvis, which is the main dude you should look for in these.
Also, a word that I have heard from the Eisenhorn books that I've never heard of before is hang on, Louis. I'm gonna type it out because I want to get the definition. It's a perturbatory.
You don't say.
Establish a garrison.
Which I have no idea what perturbatory means, really.
Don't look at me.
I don't. It's another word for perturbative. Okay, what does perturbative
Yeah,
mean?
well, thanks, internet.
It's another word for perturbing.
Perturbing. Oh, perturbing. It's
If
like
something perturbs you.
yeah.
So perturbatory.
It's so
worries you?
So the thing I am perturbed by this. It is perturbating.
Yeah,
it
so I guess
exudes
it's-
perturbation, I guess.
So perturbatory would be something that worries you. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because
That is an archaic. That is not.
That's it. I mean, it's said by a savant that has like a mental problem that he has to write down every fact, every single bit of detail that he sees. So I suppose when he sees something that he doesn't quite understand, he'll say quite perturbatory because he's worried that he's never seen it. Especially seeing as he's lived for hundreds of years, being 40k.
Yeah.
You can do that sort of stuff with enough money.
Sure can.
He seeing something that he's never seen, never remembers, even though he's got the perfect memory. It must be quite worrying for him.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah. So
Untouchable.
makes sense.
Undefeatable.
Oh, sorry, just that. I just like that he says it so often.
You know, it's the same reason I like Darkest Dungeon so much. It's how I learned the word indefatigable. Which
It's the greatest word in the English dictionary. In my opinion.
Wayne June, what a guy! What a guy!
Pressing on with indefatigable purpose.
Lacking tools of iron, we must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose. It's true. Oh, these fucking skill things. Oh.
And of course, indefatigable meaning without rest.
Yes,
Without pause.
you cannot be fatigued. You are indefatigable.
So I was going to slip in somewhere while playing Bulwark that he had an indefatigable purpose, or he was indefatigable.
Yes.
I was gonna slip it in somehow because he was. I mean, he literally didn't need to sleep, so he's literally indefatigable. I was just gonna slip it in somehow, but I guess I never got the chance. We'll have to play another Warforged.
Yeah, I'm a bit bummed.
So am I.
It's
So am I. Maybe if I do that one shot with Wrath and Glory, whenever it comes out, maybe I'll slip it in. If I speak as a tech priest, I don't know. Peace treaty. I mean, sure, the game's gonna end in a turn.
This is also one you should check out when you have the time. It is two or three of the best Cthulhu Mythos stories ever. It is the Dunwich Horror, which is my second favorite one, and it is the Call of Cthulhu, which is the main eponymous one that everything is that everything is based off of. But those two are fantastic. The only one that is better than those is The Color Out of Space, which I have never seen recorded as an audiobook anywhere. But it is that one is amazing. But anyway, yeah, Dunwich Horror and Call of Cthulhu, read by Wayne June, the voice actor of Darkest Dungeon.
Such a good voice actor.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Amazing.
That is the thing. If you have ever had any inclination of interest in Cthulhu Mythos or H.P. Lovecraft, you owe it to yourself to listen to that. It is fantastic.
That voice actor makes Darkest Dungeon for me. I don't think I would have played it.
No, he is.
If it wasn't for him.
Yeah, he's half the game. He is. The gameplay and the graphics and everything is amazing, but he just elevates it up. He just elevates it up to a whole new level that you simply couldn't without him.
It's a cheap game, but I think I probably
hundreds of hours.
If I had bought it at double the price without him as a voice actor, I would have been pissed.
Yes.
But if I bought it at double the price as it is, I would be very happy.
Yeah. No,
perfectly happy with it.
Yep. It is amazing. Fantastic.
Yeah. He is incredible. He fits it perfectly.
Yep.
He fits that genre so well.
Now, would you believe that dude, a lot of his other voice work, the other voice, audiobooks and stuff he has read, recently he has done a lot of Lovecraft because, that's...
Duh.
Yeah, of course. With that voice, and after Darkest Dungeon, of course, you do Lovecraft after that.
People start throwing Lovecraft at him.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff that he has done before has been either like Harlequin romance books,
Mhm.
which is just creepy. Him reading romance to me would not
It's weird.
very disturbing. And then it's like weird self-help books, like
Oh.
How to Become Happier in 30 Days, read by
That's
Wayne
weird.
June, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's really weird.
What is this? So weird.
Yeah. I have an issue with. I mean, I'm fine with reading like romances if I'm reading it.
Yes.
If I have the book and I'm reading it.
Mhm.
I feel really awkward when there's like a bit of a romantic scene in a book when a dude is talking to me while I'm driving my car and he's describing it. I'm like, oh, what's happening here?
Yeah, no.
Like-
I prefer to read my romance as well. It is. That's why.
Something special to
Yeah,
you.
one of the worst experiences in an audiobook was when I listened to there is the voice actor, the reader, the original reader they put to work on the Game of Thrones books. I don't know if they've done a re-recording of this recently or not, but the one I listened to, which one of the first ones, was bad. He was the worst. Oh my god, is this like a 200-year-old man? And he
Yes.
has the same crappy old man voice for everything. He's like, and then the Majesty said, "Oh, I say, Your Majesty," he said, and then Daenerys, the Stormborn Queen, who is 20, said, "Oh my, hello, I am the Queen." And you're like, oh my god, this is terrible. But
me-
when he
Oh,
he read the sex scenes, that was bad.
So many in
That
that
was
book.
bad. I only ever listened to the Dance of Dragons. That was the one I listened to because it was a time when I didn't have time to read much and I commuted a lot to work, so I listened to it. But that was a struggle to get through. And after that I was like, no, I have to read this. I can't listen to this guy. And when oh man, there's a particular sex scene which is the most uncomfortable and disgusting sex scene I have ever read, and it is in that book, and is when Samwell has sex with the Wilder lady, who I forget the name of.
Oh, yeah.
Up on the wall. That sex
yeah.
scene in the series is awkward,
Yeah.
but in the book, it is so much worse. It is so much worse. There is paragraphs describing how Samwell's penis looks. And you read it and you're like, oh no, I do not want to read this. I do not want. It's like paragraphs describing how like small and twisted it is, and I'm like, yeah, and like what color it has, and like what it smells like, and I'm like, this needs to stop.
There's something wrong with George R. Martin. Really,
Jarbar.
Really.
It's that was I can read a lot, and I have a strong stomach and I like a strong mind when it comes to this stuff. I can take a lot, but that was one of those I was like, ugh. And I get it, like it's supposed to not be very romantic or good, that scene.
No, yeah, it's meant to be awkward.
But that was I did not enjoy that.
I'm gonna press the button.
Yeah, please.
I think it's that button.
It is.
Yep. Hence why I didn't press it like 10 minutes ago.
Just was talking.
I wasn't gonna listen to this with Sam's penis involved.
With Felician's blood, the chalice is full, and Malekith may drink. The liquid inside no poison this time, but an elixir that will make his body ready to absorb the vortex. But first, a god must be halted. The accursed Skaven. They claim the vortex, their devious schemes twisting it into a portal. If the bell sounds 13, the horned god steps unto the mortal realm. forces gather on the Isle of the Dead, where the greatest battle of our age will be fought.
I like the way he says his X's. Elixir.
See, if I was going to be an evil god being summoned, I would make sure that my dimwits of followers make it so that they just have to toll once. They just have to toll the bell. Get there, toll
Bonk,
the bell,
done.
There shouldn't be must be told 13 times.
Well,
That's,
you know.
you're just asking to be killed.
You see, that's a problem with fantasy, because fantasy is very symbolic. So you can't really do that in fantasy. You're like, no, if I am an evil god and my holy number is 13, it has to be 13. I mean, obviously.
13, yeah,
I will not appear without 13. Let me tell you
Dumb.
that. I'm not
dumb.
setting my foot on this damn world for less than 13 gongs.
That's one thing that I do like about Grimdark in 40k.
Yes.
Is that there's none of that horse shit. They just appear. They're there, they're fucking your shit up. That's it, really. And like the Cadians, they're there, they're fucking their shit up. Like, you know, yeah, there's none of the bollock, except for transport through the warp. That shit takes forever. But, yeah.
Well, let's see what Mally has to say.
At last, the power of the Vortex is within my grasp. Ever since the reign of Palador have I been denied this. And the vermin shall not deprive me now. I have fought with gods before, and still live. This battle is no different. Get from my Vortex, Rasnam, or face the wrath of the Witch King.
Oh.
I don't want to face the wrath of the
Wrath.
The wrath.
You know.
It's not a good thing to be. Or to have.
The Wrath, no.
The wrath.
It's,
You definitely don't want it.
No, I don't want. We're just gonna. This is gonna be an easy affair, like usual, I believe. So we're just gonna.
Yeah, we're just gonna
trundle up here and get this done.
Yeah. Kill them all. Burn them all. And take home the prize of the Vortex's power. They could have really done a bit more for the Vortex, though.
Yeah.
On this battle map.
Hi, God. I see you up there in the clouds.
Yeah.
Maybe he's drinking tea. It's also like his fingers are a little bit dainty, you know, like, I'm picking
He's
up
like,
a biscuit. I really shouldn't go straight to my hips.
I promised my wife, no more carbs. I should probably know if there's carbs in biscuits, but for the life of me, I do not remember.
Thought you knew everything about biscuits.
No. I'm a terrible British person. Kapow. Damn right, I'm here. Fucking up your back line. That's wrecked. Yeah. Really, this final fight isn't. It's not a fight, really.
Yeah, it's not what it. I fought it with Skaven, and then it was kind of tricky. We also, me and Manika didn't really approach with the most optimal build, perhaps. So.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Alright, let's get murdering.
Let's have everyone up here.
Alright, they've all shattered. Yeah, yeah. Keep going to press Shift B. Because that's what I do when I wait for things in WoW. I look at my bag.
You look at your bag.
I look at what's in my bag. Like, what's there? What do I need to do?
Rummage around. Where's my keys? I can never find my keys in here.
I check. I look at. Do I have a lot of herbs? Could I like make something right now? Can I do this? But no. I almost wiped him out.
Oh dear.
The High Elves have come to stop us.
Yeah,
They have brought
that is
spearmen and
that's
archers.
a brave contingent, to be sure.
Yeah. Just daft.
Dark Elves! Onwards to murder! Bolt throwers! We understand!
Hmm. How about a little bit of this?
That almost one-shot that spearman unit. Wrath. Ooh, they're gonna punch up. Oh. That's good. That's good.
So many souls to devour.
Might actually be able to kill most of them before they even get to the front line. 3 spearmen, huh?
Mm-hmm. Brave. Oh god.
Oh, they're breaking. They're breaking. I'm amazed that they're still running. I would not be. They broke.
At this point, you just have to just bow down to the Witch King. Really, what are you gonna do?
Well, you have the high ground.
It's true. That's why I win. Oh, that is such a stupid. Like, it's so stupid, that comment, that I like. Even when I saw it in the cinema, I was like, "What? What?" Like, I think it just said out loud, like, "What?" I don't get it.
It was weird. It was sort of weird. I was a kid when it came out.
Yeah, so you were
loved
like,
it.
"Yay, lava!"
Yeah, well, sort of. I thought it was a bit weird that they were fighting on a lava planet, honestly.
I
didn't quite understand, but...
It is such an overwrought mess. Oh my god.
But I was a kid. It was senseless violence. Of course I loved it.
It's certainly a movie for you.
Yeah. Well, especially nowadays, it's like... it's more... For me, it's sort of like the nostalgia of it.
I am not fond of the prequels. No, I really am not. The original episode 4, 5, and 6 I think are fantastic, especially 4 and 5. They are amazing films, absolutely amazing films. I like episode 7 quite a bit. I think.
I think if I was to rate them, I'd probably say like 5, 4, 7, 6. I really like.
That's a respectable enough choice, I think.
Like 5, I definitely like 5 more than 4.
5 is really good, and episode 8 was not good. It was okay. It was okay.
It was alright. It wasn't prequels. It wasn't as bad.
It wasn't that bad. I liked Old Man Luke.
Yes.
but there's a lot of things in there that I feel was just like the whole like pleasure, like gambling planet was just faffing about. It didn't
Yeah.
lead to a damn thing, and
Oh, there's a phoenix.
bye. See ya.
What? That was the most pointless of phoenixes.
Phoenix Sai.
Phoenixubu. Fight me, dragon! Fight me like a man! A man, baby!
Guards.
Soul Blight the dragon. Oh, look at this badass dragon jewel. Oh! Get wrecked. There was like a dragon jewel between my dragon and it. And then Malik came out of nowhere and you fucking like body slammed it into the dirt. Screw you, ya junkies. Oh! Oh! That was a good breath. Solid breath. Let's mess up these Loth and Seaguard. Don't need to be there, do they? Oh yes. That was a good Doombolt. Shame it was a lesser one. Whatever. No!
Oh god, everything charged to poor Hydra.
Snuffles!
Oh, it's Tyrion. No.
Oh yeah, Tyrion's. Oh, he had Hand of Glory on as well.
Yeah, that's why. That's why that's happening. Get in there. Stop it.
He had Phoenix Guard with him as
Oh,
well.
poor Snuffles.
Oh no!
Oh well.
I'm going home. I don't want to talk to you guys.
Take him a ball and going home.
Oh. Alright, just swivel that right hand flank down and
Yep.
rinse and repeat.
To destruction.
Ah.
Onward. Following orders.
So simplistic,
Moving out.
so beautiful.
Onwards to murder.
Bunch up too much here because Master has a lot of nasty spells.
True.
But he does. We're gonna hide our poor creatures back here. Give them some healing.
Ribs.
Charybdis.
They all broke. Yeah. Good. Oh! Snuffles is back.
Yeah, he's
Can't
like,
be healed any more than that sliver though.
no, he is. Poor Snuffles is out healed. I'm gonna hide him back here in the hopes that he survives. Charybdis can heal a bit though.
Yeah. Not bad, not bad. It's weird that explosion heals them, but
Oh
who am I
yeah.
to
Heals
argue
explosion, yeah. Oh.
with the great rat god? I suppose it's the vortex that's doing it, isn't it?
Hmm.
Dark shaft. On to slaughter.
Hey, Mr. Malik, sir.
Yes. Can I heal him from up there?
Let me talk to you. Let me speak to you. Hey, how's it going?
It's like when you meet someone you don't really know, don't really like in the street, and they're like hang out with you and talk to you for a little too long. You know what I mean? And then you're like, I need to go. I need to have my lunch now. And they're like, oh, cool, I'll come with you. And you're like,
No.
No.
Alone. I prefer to be alone. Ah.
Dark Elves.
Ah. The skink cohort that survived off to the right. I'll burn them alive with
So
acid.
let's see if we can kill this skink priest that's flying here. I don't like him.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that he can do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah. I almost wiped out that cohort. See if I can shatter it. 'Cause once you're out, you may come back. I want you never to come back. Okay.
Oh well, get to kill him. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Munch. Urgh.
Oh. Brutal. 3 hits. Next. Master.
Master.
And then we gotta fight more rats.
Yep, then there's a last push of rats.
Yeah. Cold ones. Come back here.
Watch out, there's spear dudes there.
They caught me before he lifted off. Oh, I'll turn around and kill them. 13. I can take 13 of them. Okay, Mazdamundi's a bit more robust.
Master Mundi is rough. He's a rough customer. Temple Guard coming back. Yeah, no, we're not staying here. Do, 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 do. Go, Malekith, please.
Get up. Leave. I literally can't tell you to leave any more than I am right now. Thank you. Soul Blight these guys. As they are right in the middle. Nice.
Nothing goes down, can't do much about it, sadly. Oh, Ruination of Cities goes down as well.
Ooh.
The merciless host. Die, weaklings.
Send a good old dragon against Mazdamundi. Doesn't wreck too much.
There we go. Bye, Master.
Yep. Shame I don't have any more breaths.
To
Yep.
destruction.
Malekith. Death awaits. Advancing.
Oh, that's the witch lady. She's like, "Ah!" running around. She's very angry. That's fine.
The true king.
Abomination. They have a wheel as well, normally.
Yeah.
Wherever that is. So I'll send the dragon against the wheel. There it is. Small. Oh, I thought it would be much funnier if it was being powered by a Skaven running inside it, but it's powered by rats running inside
Yeah,
it.
it's lots and lots of rats running it.
Yeah.
I am dead. Moving out.
See, I should work for what are they even called? Games Workshop.
Yes, I believe you should.
I have all the best ideas.
I believe you would.
Hear my words.
Like, whoever came up with the Hell Pit Abomination needs to have some form of psychiatric test. Honestly. Just... And whoever animated it needs a hug, just to make sure they're okay.
Might want to get the dragon out, you're
Oh shit.
getting a bit swamped there.
Where's the wheel? Is the wheel still there? Kill the wheel?
I got a bite in on it. I don't know if it actually exploded. Might have.
Oh no, it's there. No, it's roaming. It's routing right now. It's the only thing routing. Oh no, there's another. There's one inside routing. That's fine.
Let's rejoin the main line.
I want to try and take out the wheel. This is mildly dangerous.
Might want to move the Doomfire Warlocks. They're a bit awkward where they're standing.
Oh wow, baby. It's dumb.
Right, Charybdis, you're gonna move up here and you're gonna fight the Abomination.
Yep.
We're gonna fight this.
Send the warlocks against the ogres because they've got sweet high damage, like short range projectile. Doom wheel exploded.
Crush them. Attend me.
You go, Charybdis! Fight!
Poke him! Just all those mouths.
Malekith.
Get him, boys!
That should be it.
Massacre them.
Handful of things. That's basically it. Didn't stand a chance. There it goes.
Shut up there.
That's it. I watched a whole unit of rats just fall over.
The true king. No mercy.
All right,
Yeah, victory.
that's that.
That's that. Let's watch the ending.
Yeah.
Suffer.
Heroic victory.
Hooray!
Apparently, something in my Steam wishlist is on sale.
Well, I see.
do you think it is? I'm curious what it is. Storm schist.
All shall kneel before me.
Deep Rock Galactic Early Access.
Alright. It's like a co-op something
Co-op
something game.
dwarf mining thing.
Yep. Dwarfs space mining.
Yep. I saw it as co-op and was like, oh, that could be interesting. Quest complete. Lost 88.
A horned god banished, vermin purged from the island's shores. The Witch King has the prize.
Warhammer and its vortex are mine.
My son has his revenge.
And so the vortex is ready to receive its dark elf master. A new era begins. But there will always be enemies to fight and wars to wage.
He became like Dr. Manhattan. He's gonna walk around blue and naked.
Yeah.
The Great Vortex is yours, despite the efforts of your enemies. Your will has prevailed, and the Great Vortex has
The
been
Witch
disrupted.
King is victorious.
We have won!
We have won! Oh yay!
Campaign over!
Campaign over! Well,
It
that was well done, I think.
was. It was very well done. 184 turns. Those last 30 were pretty much just auto-complete.
Yeah, just sit there. I didn't expand much, honestly. I had a lot of rich provinces, but not much beyond that.
You had a stronger army than me somehow, though.
Yep. Well, I built up, and you went wide, so that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
You had a lot of crappy, crappy provinces like red and yellows
Yeah.
and blah.
Yeah, it was just garbage at the end.
But yeah, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. We certainly did. I believe that this game is amazing. It is one of my favorite games. We'll probably take a bit of a break now. I have 600 hours or something in this game. And I'm gonna go on a little bit of a break. Me and Manikai plan to do a Mortal Empires game where we play the Empire, so it's Mortal Empires Empire. Against the world. So that will probably be next. But
Interesting.
yeah. Well, that is in a month or two maybe, because Manikai is doing his best to finish up his thesis, I believe.
Yeah, something to that effect at least. Lots of work for him to do.
Yeah.
Not too much time to do it.
No, it's usually
I
how it
think
is.
this might be his last year.
Yeah, unless he goes in for a master's.
Maybe. Is he not doing his masters? I thought he was doing his masters.
I think he's doing his bachelor, but maybe he is doing his master. I'm actually not sure.
I don't know.
Now I think about it. Anyway,
Don't even know his real name.
Simon.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Yeah.
Don't know what he looks like. He's the only one that we don't know what he
Yep.
looks like.
Tina, we don't know what Tina looks like because they never
Yeah,
posted a
both
picture
of
of
them.
themselves. They're very, very private and secretive. But
They
I
are.
actually talked to him. And it's like, maybe I can visit you a summer. So it's like, oh yeah, sure. So that's fine.
Yeah.
He just
yeah.
doesn't like posting his picture, I guess.
I think it's online, yeah. I think in person he doesn't give a shit.
Yep. That'd be weird. It's just he has like a
He
bag
just has
over
a
his
mask
head.
on.
Like,
He's got that down, like he's got that bird mask made.
yes. Just staring at you. That'd be great. Well,
That'd be good.
we hope you guys enjoyed. We will see
Yeah.
you in the next Let's Play.
Yes.